Hi, everyone, and welcome to English for You. I'm Erin.
Hi, I'm Emma.
I have a question for you, Emma. What's a very popular dessert to eat here in Taiwan?
There are so many, but pudding is certain to be one of them.
Sounds good. Are there different desserts to eat in the summer and winter?
Of course, even though Taiwan is a tropical island, it still gets really cold in the winter.
Well, there are in Canada too. In the winter, a lot of people enjoy eating yummy cakes and cookies or things that need to bake in the oven. But in the summer, people love to eat frozen yogurt and ice cream.
Right. Taiwanese enjoy hot, sweet soup in winter instead of freezing cold ice cream too.
Both of those sound really good.
Yes.
But today, we're going to learn all about a cool summer treat that people can now enjoy in Taiwan.
That's something new in Taiwan. Taipei didn't have this dessert before.
Nope. It's popular in other countries, but it's just starting here. Let's find out more by getting to today's article now.
Reading.
Rolled ice cream, a tasty summer treat. People around the world are going bananas for rolled ice cream. This sweet dessert started appearing in the US and other Western countries in 2015. However, it has been popular in Thailand, Malaysia, and other Southeast Asian countries for years. Rolled ice cream shops draw crowds eager not only to buy it, but also to see how it's made. Rolled ice cream is a piece of cake to make. First, you pour a cup of flavored milk-based liquid onto an extremely cold metal surface. Then, as the liquid freezes, you use spatulas to spread it evenly. Finally, you roll the ice cream up. Several rolls can be packed into a cup and covered with all sorts of toppings. Popular extras include hot fudge, coconut, fruit, and candies. If you'd like to try rolled ice cream for yourself, then you're in luck. There are a couple of places in Taiwan that serve it. Ice Paris is in Taipei, while you can also check out Taiwan Monsters in Taichung. Happy eating!
Today's article begins by saying, people around the world are going bananas for rolled ice cream. Now we're going to start off right away with today's shortcut for you, which is the phrase go bananas. Let's see what our friends have to say about it now.
Shortcut for you. Let's go into this cake shop.
Okay, but why?
They have some new strawberry cakes. They are amazing.
Oh yeah, I heard everyone has been going bananas about them.
They're strawberry cakes, not banana cakes.
The phrase go bananas means to get extremely excited about something. We can also use it to mean get extremely angry about something.
I see. Go bananas means 变得异常兴奋，发怒。
Yep, we can also say go ape over something for both meanings.
Pat, I have no money. Can you pay for this strawberry cakes?
Again? I've had enough of your monkey business. I'm going to go bananas.
Nah, why are you so excited about paying?
I'm using the other meaning.
Okay.
Go bananas 这个意思呢，字面上是说去香蕉，但是其实它的意思是 crazy 疯狂的意思 Okay, so we say go bananas.
And that's one of my favorite phrases ever. I go bananas every time I hear it.
But what is this rolled ice cream that people are going bananas for?
Great question. We're about to find out. The article says, this sweet dessert started appearing in the U.S. and other Western countries in 2015.
So it hasn't been in those countries for very long.
That's true. Only a couple of years, I guess.
I wonder where it was popular before that.
Well, I think I have the answer you're looking for right here. The article says, however, it has been popular in Thailand, Malaysia, and other Southeast Asian countries for years.
Oh, no wonder. I haven't had a chance to visit Thailand. Otherwise, I would definitely try it out.
Actually, I think I tried this dessert when I visited Thailand.
Really? Was it good?
Well, ice cream is always good, in my opinion.
Yeah, good point.
All right, back to the article. Next, it tells us, rolled ice cream shops draw crowds eager not only to buy it, but also to see how it's made.
Draw 在这边是动词，是吸引的意思。
All right, so that's not draw like you're drawing a picture. That makes more sense now. Okay, we also have some vocabulary words in that sentence. The first one, the noun crowd, is spelled C-R-O-W-D, crowd. A crowd is a large group of people that has gathered together to do something, like watch a performance, for example. As another example sentence, we could say, look at that large crowd of people. I wonder what they're looking at.
Crowd 在这里是名词，当人群讲。一群人可以说 a crowd of people。但是当 crowd 是动词的时候，有聚集的意思。我们可以说 boxes crowd the floor of my room. 我房间地板上挤满了纸箱。That's messy, right?
It is. Why do you have so many boxes? All right. So the next vocabulary word was the adjective eager, which is spelled E-A-G-E-R, eager. When you're eager, you're very excited about something that's going to happen or something that you're going to do. For example, we could say, Andy is eager for summer vacation to start because he's going on a trip.
形容词 eager 表示热切的、渴望的。Eager to do something, 你很热切渴望做某些事情，或者是 eager for something, 热切的想要某样东西，后面就接名词咯。那另外它的副词是 eagerly, 尾巴是加 ly, 另外还有一个名词 eagerness, 尾巴加 ness.
All right, so we learned that these people are not just eager to eat this ice cream. They also want to watch someone make it.
It must look pretty cool.
You bet. Now, this article is going to tell us how it's made. So first it says, rolled ice cream is a piece of cake to make.
A piece of cake, 字面上是一块蛋糕。但是切下来的蛋糕我们单位量词用 piece, 所以一块叫 a piece of cake. 但这边呢，它的意思是非常简单的意思。
You know, there are lots of phrases that use the word cake.
That's true. Have your cake and eat it too. That means to have all the good parts of something with none of the bad parts.
That's the way I like things to happen. But then there's also go or sell like hotcakes. Now, that means that many people buy a product very quickly. For example, we could say, the new iPhone 8 will probably sell like hotcakes when it's released.
Yeah, so how do you make rolled ice cream?
Okay, back to the article. It says, first you pour a cup of flavored milk-based liquid onto an extremely cold metal surface. Wow, that's quite the sentence.
Right, that is. So, 我们这边来解说一下哈。课文上说，先倒入一杯液体。那这杯是怎么样的液体呢？ Milk-based liquid, 牛奶基底的液体，而且是 flavored milk-based liquid, 有调味过的牛奶基底的液体。
That must mean something like strawberry milk.And
yes,
then,
or
okay.
chocolate milk, right?
Okay. So you have this liquid, then you pour it onto an extremely cold metal surface. Now, our third vocabulary word today is the noun surface. It's spelled S-U-R-F-A-C-E, surface. Now, surface can have several meanings, but in this sentence, it means the flat top area of something that you use to cook or work on. For example, we could say, this cleaning product doesn't have harmful chemicals, so you can safely use it to clean your kitchen surfaces.
OK, surface 是表面的意思哦。那这里指的是用来炒冰淇淋的铁板的那个上面那个表面的部分，而且这个铁板非常冷，所以他说 extremely cold surface.
All right, so this surface needs to be cold metal. The article tells us why. It says, then, as the liquid freezes, you use spatulas to spread it evenly.Now, there's a lot to talk about in that sentence. First, let's talk about the verb freeze, which is spelled F-R-E-E-Z-E, freeze. Now, if something wet, like water or another liquid, freezes, it becomes hard and solid because of the very cold temperature.For example, we could say, we need some ice cubes for the party, so I'm going to freeze the water in this special tray.
Alright, 动词 freeze 是结冰的意思，它的三态是不规则的哦，是 freeze, froze, frozen. F-R-O-Z-E, froze. And frozen, F-R-O-Z-E-N.OK， 那刚才开场的时候呢，我有提到的 freezing cold 是把 freeze 去 e 加上 ing 当成形容词来用，表示冷到冻僵了。所以冬天寒流来的时候，天气超冷的，我们可以说 It's freezing cold outside 另外呢，过去分词 frozen 也可以当作形容词，有冷冻的冻僵的意思。
Now, I'm sure everybody knows what the word frozen means because it's everybody's favorite movie.
Right, let it go.
Okay. Then we saw that you have to spread the freezing liquid with a spatula.
Right, spatula 是锅铲或抹刀的意思哈。那这种没有刀锋的金属薄片呢，不论大小都可以叫 spatula， 比如说油画用的画刀也叫做 spatula。Okay,
so we're not quite finished with that sentence yet. We're going to talk about the verb spread here. Spread is spelled S-P-R-E-A-D, spread. Okay, again, spread can have several meanings, but in this sentence, it means to cover a surface with a layer of soft food. Here, we're covering the metal surface with a soft layer of milky liquid.In another example, we could say, Rebecca spread butter and jam on 2 pieces of toast for her breakfast.
Spread 这个动词是使分散，使某样东西散布在一个表面上或一个空间里的意思。除了课文的用法，还有 spread a rumor, R-U-M-O-R, rumor.谣言，所以 spread a rumor 散播一个谣言等等的用法。
No, that's not a very good thing to do. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, so you're almost finished now. The soft ice cream is now in a big circle on the cold surface. Next, the article says, finally, you roll the ice cream up. And I guess you use the spatula to do this too.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It should roll up easily because it's frozen. And I found some clips on YouTube showing how rolled ice cream is made. That's like scraping up a thin layer of ice cream and it curls up immediately.
That was a really good idea. I should watch those videos too.
Right.
Okay, well, now we're finished making the ice cream. We just have to serve it. The article tells us how this is done. Several rolls can be packed into a cup and covered with all sorts of toppings. Now, we saw the phrase all sorts of here. It means a group of people or things that have the same type of quality. Here it's talking about all sorts of toppings or things that go on top of food. Another example, Louis listens to all sorts of music, including hip-hop, pop, and rock and roll.
I like hip-hop.
Me too.
Okay, all sorts of 也等于 all kinds of 各种各样的。
Okay, but let's find out more about this word topping.
Alright, topping 是可以加在食物上面的配料，因为是食物装盘了才撒在上面 top 上面的，所以叫 topping。那因为 top 的母音 top 是短母音 r， 所以加 ing 的时候记得要重复字尾 p， 是 topping topping。
Okay, well, don't worry, guys. We're going to tell you all about these toppings because they're the best part.
Yay.
And the article gives us some examples. It says, popular extras include hot fudge, coconut, fruit, and candies. Now, our last vocabulary word today is in that sentence, and it's the verb include. It's spelled I-N-C-L-U-D-E, include. This word means to have something as part of a group of things. For example, the price of our hotel room includes breakfast and a tour of the city.
动词 include 是包含包括的意思，相反词还有 exclude E-X-C-L-U-D-E 剔除。
Now, these toppings all sound great, but I'm most interested in the hot fudge topping.
Right, fudge 是牛奶糖哦 ，D-G-E fudge 的音哦，热热软软的牛奶糖配上冰冰的冰淇淋，哇，口水都要流下来啦。
Yum, yum, yum. I want some hot fudge rolled ice cream
Me
right
too.
now. All right.
You did say we can get it in Taiwan.
That's true. In fact, the article tells us if you'd like to try rolled ice cream for yourself, then you're in luck. Now, let's check out this phrase, in luck. It means that you'll get to do or get something really good, especially when you don't expect to. For example, people who couldn't get tickets to May Day's concert are in luck. 1,000 more tickets just went on sale.
In luck 是运气好走运的意思 You're in luck 就是你走运啦。
Now, why are we so lucky? The article tells us there are a couple of places in Taiwan that serve it. Now, we have another phrase here, a couple of. This means either two of something of the same kind or a very small number of the same kind. For example, you can have a couple of cookies, but don't take too many.
Couple 原本是一对两个的意思，但是 a couple of 在口语上有几个一些的意思，像是 a couple of cookies 一些饼干 a couple of days 几天。
Now let's find out where these places are. The article says, Ice Paris is in Taipei, while you can also check out Taiwan Monsters in Taichung.
We're in luck, Erin. We can go to Ice Paris anytime we want.
Yes, and lucky for those in Taichung too.
Is that the end of our article?
Not quite. There's one more thing we need to say. Happy eating!
Yeah, and don't go away just yet. Stay tuned for our For You chat coming up next.
For You chat.
All right, welcome back to For You Chat. We have a great question today. This is my favorite question. All right, Emma, what are your favorite kinds of dessert and why?
Well, my favorite kinds of dessert is panna cotta. 意式奶酪, okay? Just because I just can't resist that creamy, silky smooth, melt in the mouth texture.
That sounds great.
Yes, it is.
All right, well, are you going to do anything about this panna cotta desire you have?
Well, yeah, because now I'm kind of exploring my cooking technique, skills. So I just found a nice recipe of panna cotta online, and I will try to make it myself.
Well, I'm interested to hear how that goes. I'm sure it will be delicious.
Right, and what about you?
Well, many of our listeners might already know the answer to this question, but I love pie. I love all kinds of pie. I love apple pie, lemon pie. I like berry pie, blueberry pie, pumpkin pie. And I'm not really sure why, but maybe it's because it reminds me of my grandmother.
Oh.
Yeah, she used to make all kinds of pie when I was young. And I like to eat them because they make me think of her. And they're also very delicious.
Okay, so does pies remind you of your childhood?
I guess so, yeah.
So you're just like Proust. 普鲁斯特, right? Proust. Just take a little bite of that Madeleine cake, Madeleine 蛋糕, and you think of your childhood.
Yeah. And, well, I have to be honest. I do like cake and cookies, and I like creme brulee.
Right, that's my favorite too.
All right, well, that's all the time we've got to talk about our favorite desserts today. But what about you guys? I'm sure you guys have favorite desserts too.
And you must be hungry right now.
Well, we have to say goodbye now because we have to go find some delicious desserts. So, for English for You, I'm Erin.
I'm Emma.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rolled ice cream, a tasty summer treat. People around the world are going bananas for rolled ice cream. This sweet dessert started appearing in the U.S. and other Western countries in 2015. However, it has been popular in Thailand, Malaysia, and other Southeast Asian countries for years. Rolled ice cream shops draw crowds eager not only to buy it, but also to see how it's made. Rolled ice cream is a piece of cake to make. First, you pour a cup of flavored milk-based liquid onto an extremely cold metal surface. Then, as the liquid freezes, you use spatulas to spread it evenly. Finally, you roll the ice cream up. Several rolls can be packed into a cup and covered with all sorts of toppings. Popular extras include hot fudge, coconut, fruit, and candies. If you'd like to try rolled ice cream for yourself, then you're in luck. There are a couple of places in Taiwan that serve it. Ice Paris is in Taipei, while you can also check out Taiwan Monsters in Taichung. Happy eating!
Vocabulary Review.
Crowd. A huge crowd of people gathered in the park to watch May Day's concert. Eager. Jane hasn't taken a trip for a long time, so she is eager for her vacation to start. Surface. Helen used a special cleaning product to clean all the surfaces in her kitchen. Freeze. It gets so cold here in winter that the pond in the park freezes. Spread. Freddie spread a layer of strawberry jam over his toast. Include. This toy includes many small parts, so it's not really suitable for young children.